Welcome back to Economics Learning. Today I will discuss product cycle theory of trade. The product cycle theory has been built on the imitation lag hypothesis in its treatment of delay in the diffusion of the technology. This theory was developed by Raymond Vernon 1966 in context with international trade. Similar to above theory, we have product cycle theory which is concerned with the trade of manufacturing goods and consumer durable. The product cycle theory is concerned with the life of cycle of the typically new product and its impacts on the world trade. This theory has stressed upon this fact that with the passage of time, the components of raw material or factors of production go on changing. As in the beginning a country invents some new goods when it's become a standard good. A cycle develops regarding its improvement, change in its design and change in its components. During this cycle, it may happen that the original country could lose its comparative advantage. It is because that some other country or some other firms could produce it at cheaper cost. In this way, the comparative advantage of one country may turn into comparative disadvantage. In this respect, a simple example of radio is given. In this beginning, the success of radio was doubtful. It was produced on small scale. Its price was high and it was manufactured nearer to the market so that it could not be inconvenient for the consumers to repair it. Thus, the initial period was a period of the trials and errors, but with the passage of time, radio became a standard good. Its demand started increasing. It was sold in foreign market and it became an export good. After World War II, US firms had monopoly over radio. The American firms used to produce the radios with the tube system, but after some time Japan put an end to the monopoly enjoyed by US when Japan produced cheaper radio with the help of its cheaper labor. To offset the superiority enjoyed by Japan, US introduced transistor and US firms got the superiority because of superior radio technology. In this way, invention went on the taking place with the passage of time. Japan got the equipment with the transistor technology and produced the cheaper transistor with its low cost labor. After some time, US invented mini transistor and captured the world market of radio. Again, Japanese and Chinese produced the cheapest mini transistor. Simply by this way, cycle develops regarding production of goods. This cycle is held responsible for the world trade. As a result of this cycle, it may cheaper. In the beginning of the inventor country may be having the superiority in that product. Later on, low cost country could avail that advantage as the case of the Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong and China whose costs are lower than Japan. There was a time when Japan costs were lower US on this US. With the passage of time, the inventor country had to import that good as the case of UK which invented railway engine and railway tracks etc. Now has to import them from Japan and Germany. The product cycle theory is explained with the help of diagram. In this figure, the different phases or stages of an economy have been presented. In the early phase, some good is invented where heavy research and skill is required. In such phase, and heavy cost have to be faced while the revenues from such product are low because of low sales. In this phase, the domestic firms sell these products in the domestic market where they enjoy monopoly. In such phase, the firms try to remove the technical defect of the product. In the second phase, the production and distribution of the good increases. Some general standard for the product and its characteristics began to emerge. With more standardization in the production process, economies of scale start to be realized. This feature constructs with the HO Ricardian model which assumes CRS. The cost of production decreases because of advanced technology invention and innovation. Consequently, in this phase, the exports of the country increase as the difference between the production and consumption in this figure shown. In this phase, so many firms even install their plants in the other countries, particularly in developing countries and NICs, because of their higher income. This is the reallocation aspects of the PCT as in the contrast of HO. It recognizes that capital and management are not immobile at international level. However, it considered the role of cheaper labor in Europe as compared to US at that time, as this will result in the exportation of products from Europe to US. These aspects recognized by HO. In third phase, this goods becomes a standard good. The other countries themselves or the multinational produce these goods as the case of the Mercedes-Benz plants in India and Suzuki Motor in Pakistan. In such phase, the exports of the country decrease or the imports of the country increase. In the first two phases, the inventor has superiority in the manufacturing and popularization the goods. But in third phase, the inventor country has loses its superiority. Those countries which earlier imported this commodity now started producing because of their command on the technology necessary for that commodity. Those along with the shortening of the technology and imitation gap, the product cycle is also shortened. Moreover, along with change in the components of the good, the comparative advantage of the countries also changes. The proponents of this theory are the opinion that the determinants of the trade change in such a way that in the beginning of the country was importer, the importer start producing import substitutes. With the passage of time, the quality of import substitutes will improve. The country may start exporting these goods. This may be given the name of the catching up the product cycle. The product cycle theory also states that in the beginning, some developed countries like US gets a comparative advantage in some products, then some other developing countries get the advantages. Then on the basis of the product cycle, the developing country became capital to attain comparative advantage. It is also because that developed countries install the plants on the developing countries or they themselves get the concerned technology. This situation may be given the name of the dynamic comparative advantage. Thus, dynamic comparative advantage together with factor mobility and economies of scale. Product cycle theory is an appealing alternative to the HO. Thanks for watching.